SB. The city of the sea, it's a good place to be. In these California streets, we won't stop. Can't even get a job, running from the cops cause the streets are hot.
The kind of kids that are in the Dawn Riders are the kind of kids that feel adrift, they're not connected to anything. And that's what being in the Dawn Riders is all about. It's trying to find that connection somewhere with something, whether it's in the schools, in the community, or just with the people around them.
Like, because I was in a gang before, and the Dawn Riders helped me very much. After I got out, he helped me to stay on track and lead me in the path away from the gang life.
My raza means race, we're willing to change. Putting bikes on display from SB to LA. Santa Barbara High, Dawn Riders for life. Constructing bikes and also building up trikes. Behind these scenes, these are life of many teens trying to succeed and earn the GEDs. That's the advice is giving to these children. The life that they live, that's why they keep on killing. Hard times is what run through our lives, always showing brown proud throughout the 805.
Rider bikes is a form of art, and they can express themselves through the bikes. And I knew that I had something going really good, because if I could use the club, the bike, I know I can help students out academically, socially, and just being good students at Santa Barbara High. But the biggest thing is that for them being accountable academically, they're going to be in a position that they could go to college after high school.
To be in the Dawn Riders, a student needs to maintain C or better grades. When they fall behind, Mr. Menchaca sees to it that the student receives the needed help to get over the difficulty. He helps them change or manage difficult situations in their lives.
It ain't cool when you're doing bad in school. Only if you knew what we're all going through. We sit down and cry and look up to the sky. Life's tough. Who can we trust? Always showing guts, we never giving up. Full of violence. Why remain silent? Children keep on crying cause their parents keep on fighting. It's a trap. No one understands. Mom's getting slapped, can't concentrate in class. Family, it's what we all need. Just reach for your dreams and count on the team.
It all started back in the days when I used to be a little troublemaker. I used to ditch school, I used to have bad grades, get in fights. They put me in a room called in-house. And there I met a teacher named Menchaca, Pedro Menchaca. If he sees you, he's gonna tell you something. So you know what, you're not a little kid anymore. You gotta make something about yourself. You're a senior in high school, and what are you gonna do next? And I'm like, you know what, you're right. I know I'm doing wrong, and I gotta fix it. But I need help. I asked him, I need help. I can't do it by myself. I don't know how to do it by myself. I had a magazine with me that day, and he saw it. I make lowrider bikes. I like them. It's my hobby. And he told me, why don't you make a bike club? Okay, you know, I'm gonna start something.
Santa Barbara High School Dawn Riders is now in their 4th year. The club has been evolving into a center for kids who have changed direction in their life, away from personal or family problems, toward the goal of graduating from high school and having a career.
This year we're shooting for theme bikes, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of artwork before we start actually dealing with the frames and building the bike itself.
What I'm planning to do is cut out the middle and put a miniature baseball bat.
I want to make a chopper bike.
There's different types of bikes. There's happy bikes, there's sad bikes, and sometimes of the goods and the bads of life. And sometimes they put on paint on bikes. It's a new phenomenon that came out in the 70s. It started in East LA. All the teenagers from East LA started doing that, started getting the Schwinn's, started customizing, painting them, changing the seats, all the way up where we are today. You know, you can spend up to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $8,000 on custom bikes.
On Saturday, we were with Santa Barbara Trail Bike volunteers. We set up tables and chairs. We went through the training, and we went to Jesus Cedar Trail. It was very fun, and we met a lot of new people.
I have to do 60 hours to graduate from the Santa Barbara High School.
The fundraiser for Santa Barbara Dons, and the proceeds are going towards our end of the year banquet to honor these fine young students for the work they've done all year, and to give thanks to the people that supported our clubs from the community.
I love the Memphis Street Parade because most of the community is here. It's very local, and that's what we celebrate at Christmas, is bringing family together and celebrating new birth, new opportunity, and new hope.
I want to change things and go and receive and achieve a degree. Take control of my life instead of wasting time and committing a crime. No ditching class because time to advance. You need to have a plan before you crash. Looking for better days and a better pay instead of minimum wage. It takes 3 strikes to pay the price and get sentenced to life. That's the life that we live, raised as a kid, doing crazy.
I think the most difficult thing about being in high school is who you hang out with, because there's certain people that are more, that live the bad life, and some people that are more into their studies, and I think that's the most difficult thing, to find the right person to hang around with and the wrong people to keep them aside.
It makes me feel a little more better when I'm in the club with a lot of other people that are there to support you, and yeah.
You could die whenever, but I think you live longer if you're not in a gang than if you're in a gang.
Help younger guys not join gangs. That's all it is. That's how I got in it. I hung out with a couple, but I chose to have fun working on bikes and riding my bike, a lowrider bike, instead of maybe being in a gang.
And it's not easy to get out of the gangs. It's not easy to get in, and it's probably twice as hard as to get out.
Some kids have their family drive them to wherever they go, so they are not exposed to dangers in the street, such as gang members. One boy gets off work at 10:30 p.m. sometimes and takes a taxi home, even though it is just a few blocks away, because of gang members in the neighborhood.
The most important things about Dark Rider, gets me out of trouble, keeps me in class, keeps me having good grades. And
some people just want to go out and gangbang. That used to be me, but I just like, dude, you can do these bikes, and you can still show that other people that you do pretty good stuff. Everybody has different ideas, and that's what makes a bicycle. That they're not all the same. When I make a bike, I have my expressions, my feelings, my thoughts. If somebody else makes a bike, they have their thoughts, their expressions, their feelings. And all I do is I just help them make that expression happen.
I'm gonna ride my own style of bike and represent the lowrider culture and keep it living. It's been the generation of like some of my family members. They used to go in the lowrider cars and the bikes too. They started from bikes to cars too. So I wanted to keep the generation going on, and for my brother too, so he could learn from my experience. I'm gonna pass it down to him. So yeah.
To the club, to Dorothy, much love. To Machaca and his son and the rest of the club. It's a different step. It's like jumping over a fence to get to the end, and that's the start. Start.